Okay. Hey, what's up, people? How you doing? Trust me, I don't know what's going on. Um, we're having some technical difficulties, but I'm going to start all over again. I don't know what you saw or what you haven't seen, but okay, we are in the building. Let's see if we still on Facebook. Has anybody heard anything? I mean, not heard anything, but okay. All right, we're here now. I don't know what's going on. I've been on this thing for a few minutes now, and I don't know what's going on. All right, yo, listen. Welcome everybody to Like It Really Is. Nita came in at 8:54, so it's 9:03. So I must have been only on YouTube. Okay. All right, everybody. You are probably gonna have to go back and take a look at this video because I've been on this thing for a minute, and for some reason I wasn't able to connect to you guys. But you are here now. You know, we're having a conversation talking about what was going on over in Ukraine with the racism and the way they were treating black people. Now, if you go back, you will definitely see. But the problem is, it didn't even say when. I am so confused. I am so confused. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. We're just gonna keep going. All right. So maybe I should go backwards again before I go forward. Yeah, I will probably have to see. Let me go to commercial. I'll be right back. Let me do some technical stuff, and I'll be right back right after this. All right, y'all? Don't go nowhere. I know you're out there. Stay with me, all right? Stay with me. Can't do it without you. All right, so let me do it like this. I need something a little bit longer so I can actually do some troubleshooting. I hope everyone's having a great day. I've been working things out myself, trying to keep a positive outlook on things and trying to stay focused on what's necessary and what's not necessary. I'm doing okay. So, one day at a time, same thing. But listen, I'll be right back. Let me clear up a few things and I'll be right back.
Hi, I am Kia.
This is Mary. This is Mary. This is Merrick.
Hi guys, I'm Kia.
And I'm Merrick.
And we are with MK Photography and Marketing Design. Today we want to talk to you about personal branding and why you need us. A lot of people ask, what is a branding shoot?
Personal branding photography is a way that our clients get their personal story out to their customers. Most small businesses don't realize the importance of quality photography and videos. Why don't you explain the difference between branding photography and just a regular photo shoot?
A regular photo shoot would be more like just headshots, professional headshots. Exactly. When you start talking about a branding session, and I said session because we do photos and videography.
Correct.
It gives more details about who you are and is able to set your brand apart further than just a headshot.
Yeah, it allows you to connect with your customer as a business owner.
Here are the top 5 reasons that you should book MK Photography for a branding session.
The first reason is that it allows you to tell your story of who you are as a business owner.
Join me for a full candle making experience.
tell your story of who you are as a business owner.
Branding sessions can include lifestyle images. It's more creative shots in your workspace or environment, and it can be used on your social media accounts, your websites, and across all of your marketing platforms. We're looking for entrepreneurs and small business owners that want to level up their brand and connect to their target market so that they can grow their business. Numero 2. That ain't right? How do you say it?
Numero dos.
Numero dos. Dos. Number 2. Number 2 is connect with your clients. By sharing your likes, interests, and even your challenges, it can help your clients relate and connect to you. I'm Kia from Team No Excuses. I get to see what you like, what you don't like. I get to feel your energy through your images.
And people are more inclined to spend with you if they connect with who you actually are.
As a person, not just a business.
Business, right, exactly. Number 3. It also allows you to separate yourself from the other business owners.
So, for example, with our photography business, MK Photography,
right.
we have an experience. And so we like to showcase the MK experience if you book a photo shoot with us. So we like to use our branding videos and pictures to show the experience that we give that you won't find with other photographers. So when I say use your brand image to showcase your experience, your uniqueness, it's just a way that sets you apart.
Number 4 is it'll help elevate your brand recognition. And
by having a consistent look, clients will be able to recognize your brand and know that you are going to provide a quality product or service.
you want your customer to see that you're different from other business owners. And branding shoots allows just that. You don't want to just be a cookie cutter business. You want to be unique, authentic.
You need to use your brand imagery to showcase that.
When people come to us, they enjoy us.
Is it just me?
No,
they enjoy us.
Yeah, Kia kind of brings them out of their comfort zone. You warm them up, and it gives me more time to perfect the shots.
It's kind of like show and tell for your business. Like if you have something that's unique, special, awesome, and just incredibly amazing about your business, you want people to see it. So you want to tell it. So tell these great things about you through your images.
And number 5.
When you invest the time and the resources to make sure that what you're putting forth to your clients is the best. Make your first impression your best impression. So what I mean by that, versus having a cell phone picture on your page.
Oh man. How often do you see small businesses presenting themselves with cell phone pictures?
So in my personal opinion, if I see that a business that I'm looking at and the first thing that I see is a whole bunch of bad quality images, I may move over to the next one. So imagine going to a hairdresser who hair isn't fixed. Yeah. That's kind of like what I get when I look at that. So just, it makes you look like you're really about your business and professional. When opportunity comes and knocks, say for instance, a reporter wants to do a story on you. You're a speaker and they ask you to present an image, a magazine calls. You need to have these images ready. Right. One of the things that I personally don't like is to be on a flyer
Right.
with a whole bunch of people that have nice professional headshots, and then you have one
It
that
happens.
you have your selfie. So it showcases you in a professional way.
Right. So it's the same thing as when Kia first met me. My first impression was like, she was like, "Bow." I was like,
Ooh,
"Boom."
you trying to get some cookie points.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing as you meeting someone for the first time. Your first impression is always the most impressive.
So wow your clients. That's number 5.
Right.
Is that it allows you to wow your clients off the gate.
Exactly.
So, and that is 5 reasons that you should book us for your branding session. So notice that I just said branding session because we do photo shoots and video. So you can actually come and get a branding video session if you need it. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Click on the link and we'll get back to you. We like to sit down and talk to our customers about how we can help them.
To brand it with quality photos and video.
You always trying to kiss on me. How about you do it to that one? Let's kiss here.
All right. So again, come check us at NK Photography and Marketing.
Peace out. Till the next time.
Hello everybody, welcome to Like It Is, Like It Really Is. I am your host Maurice. How you doing today? Hope everyone is doing well. We started off a little bit crazy because I was talking and I was not even live, and that went on for a long time before I realized that I was not even live. How you doing, Beverly? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Yes, everybody that's on Facebook, Instagram, come into the chat, have a conversation with us. And if you're on Facebook, come on over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, and that would, you'd be the first person to receive our videos. And you can reach me at the emails that's put up. Also, that's the actually that's a hashtag, not an @ but it's hashtag Like It Really Is _real talk. And that's on Instagram. Hello, Barb. How you doing today? Barb is in the building. How's everybody? I hope everybody's well. It's so weird that I was on live and I was talking, but I was not even live, and that was crazy. That just right now just was crazy just now. So trying to get through the crazy stuff, if you don't mind. All right. Well, it's great to be back again. The world is a stage, and everybody on this stage is nothing but mere actors playing a part. That's Shakespeare. And why I said that, don't ask me why I said that, but I wanted to talk a little bit about New York City, and what's going on in New York City. Escape from New York City. That's what the topic is. But also we're going to cover some issues about some things that are going on in Ukraine, about the racism. But we're going to cover, what we'll do today first is we're going to cover the racism in Ukraine first. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of this situation where the black people are not being respected over there. They're being stopped at the Poland border, and sometimes they harass, beaten, and gunfires has been shot up in the air to scare them away, which is kind of crazy because, I look at it like this. We're in a democracy over here, supposedly, in America, and we're over there helping Ukrainians to, get their democracy. But the problem is that the Ukrainians are not honoring and respecting, the black people. They don't have that kind of love for black people. Now I don't know whether they were they wanted the black people to stay and fight for the country. That's probably what they wanted them to do. And when they realized that the black people wasn't going to fight for them, I guess they stopped them at the border. Now, you tell me, you lived in Ukraine for 8 years, 9 years. Would you fight for them? You can give me a call. You can call in 917-936-1004 if you have a comment about that. Would you fight for a country that does not respect us as a people? That is the question. That is the question. Okay. Yeah. So this is what's going on. This is what we have to deal with. I mean, we don't have to deal with it, but we're dealing with it when financially coming out of our pockets, paying, when they stop that oil going to Russia, that means that we're going to be paying more money. So we're actually suffering for, their freedom, and if we deal with the high prices in gas, then that means that we've just accepted, and felt like we can help. We're going to be a part of the process of helping Ukraine in this war, and that's by the sanctions that's been put in place. Now, like I said, I'm not a kind of guy to sit up here with a tie around my neck and start getting all deep into the political aspect of it, because I really don't like to get too deep into political stuff. But what I do like to do, before I do talk about what's going on in New York City, I like to play you guys something so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. I want to sit back and relax and check this out. This is a young lady that was in Ukraine, and she had to make it back from Ukraine. Well, they had to walk. So there's a whole story behind it. I think I should let her tell the story, and we should just sit back and just check it out. Let me just make sure we have everything queued up. Okay, make sure we have everything queued up. Okay. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Stand by. Let me get this thing queued up for you guys. Like I said, here we go. A lot of things going on. There we go. All right.
So we are going. I wish someone would make me enter the car right now. You are you guys, we are going to Romania. See, I'm sad, but I don't know why I'm laughing. Because sometimes like this, I pay for bus, taking me to Romania, and I stand at the traffic. Cars are all here. We will definitely win, but we are now walking. They are what will happen. And if the bus literally went and then turned back, so why don't we stay in the bus? Because it's not like we can go to Romania right now. Our flight is ready to pick us to Ghana. No, we are now going to Romania. Then we'll now get a visa before going to Ghana. So let's just stay in the bus. Right now. See here, you guys. I forgot my bag was all loud. Like dragging like this. Actually, you can go like this.
Okay, so now these kids, as they travel and they're walking to Romania, their bus I don't know what happened with the bus. The bus wasn't able to take them, or they actually paid for the bus. And I don't know whether there was a racist situation going on, but let's check in, let's listen.
You know, funny. I'm so tired. We are not being like, we've not even walked 5 minutes. I'm very tired. Everyone has left. Let me hurry up. And it's getting dark too. My bag all is spinning here. See my luggage. What's all this? We paid for bus. We didn't miss a bus for how many minutes? It's fine that we thought the bus tickets there. Then now we found maybe 2 or something. Maybe because it was making noise for a long time. Wait, where was everybody? I don't know. Because we were all trying to get there. No, the news came like 11:30 or something. Imagine me if I was in the bank by then to take money. I'm still at the ATM. Did you use? Yes, I just no, so I still just like that because I knew that they will now
Okay, so as we see these young people taking their journey to get to their destination, it's getting dark, and that's when, you know, after that, like, they finally make it to their destination, and this is what happens.
It's 7. Since morning, I'm here.
6:45.
Now 6:45 and 7 minutes. I've not eaten since morning. My back is hurting. The bags are heavy. I just thank God that at least the weather is really cold. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hey, me in Bible, when I reach Ghana, I'm not coming. What's all this? Even, do you know the funny part? We don't even know if they'll give us a pass to the Romania that we are going to. We are not going to Romania to go and beg that, oh, please, Biko, give us a chance. Because we don't have a pass right now to go there. You guys see the thousands of people at the border. We are at the border now. And see the people here. I'm not into this so much, so we are going to get some food from a restaurant here. Yeah. You guys, so update is we are in a queue. I don't know if you can see the number of families in front of us. So we are waiting to enter. It's not today we enter. I know definitely we are going to enter this on Saturday. Like in Saturday. We are entering Romania on Saturday. Like that's when we enter. Because from the look of things, my fingers are now it's getting cold. My fingers are freezing. No, you can stop. I'm very cold, so and I didn't carry anything, so I use my shirts to cover my entire area and my nose. Very cold. Let me show you guys where we are. We are almost.
Guys, immediately I finished filming this video, we started fighting, crying. There was soldiers were beating people. To be able to enter, we stood here for more than 5 hours. And as I'm doing this video, people are still here.
You guys. Oh my God. We have to literally fight to be able to enter. Oh my God. I was there. Like, they'll make people enter in one big vehicle. And then So I was like, we have to push, and people are not going back. You know, the way they were treating us with their blacks is so bad. So they were not going back. They were not going back, and so the vehicle, I was literally then the vehicle nearly stepped on my foot, and the vehicle stepped on my shoe and removed my shoe. Oh God, I don't know what would have happened to me. They would have mashed my bones. To be frank, this big vehicle, so I finally entered. These women were pushing me. That is bad. It's really, really bad. Like. Over there, I couldn't even vlog because the way the soldiers were holding the guns and all. I can't do anything. I was so scared. I just finally passed. Now they're giving us this card that we should go here. Then we will now enter Romania. We are still in, I think, the border between Romania and Ukraine. It's so bad. Most people are still outside there. I don't even know what we are going to do now. After all that fighting we did, I thought this place there will be no TV. That's you all the way from there, coming to this side. It's not even a joke. It's bad. You guys, finally they're giving this, I don't know, temporal payment for Let me show you guys. We stamp my passport. So I can stay in Romania for till 2nd of March. Sure. Over here. Yeah. So right now we are still in another queue. A lot of queue. So I am cold. My bones, like I'm feeling the coldness in my bones. And finally, they allowed some of the Africans, so they were able to, come to the customs. Yeah, first they were outside. Now they allowed some of them because from what I heard from there, it's not all that entered. Yeah, but majority entered now. So they are now going to the custom. But me, I'm done with the custom now. I now have my permit and whatever. So now we are just going out. I just need some hotel. Like, can you see how I'm shaking? Oh my God! Like since 1 a.m. 1 p.m. Right now it's 11:50. It's 12 a.m. The whole day we'll be standing in the cold. Thank God I've gotten this thing, so at least my face is now better. That truck that nearly walked on me is really cool. It's not even a joke. This I'm dressed. Everyone is just looking at me like, who is this strange guy? I don't even care. I'm not yet. Yeah, so right now we have left Ukraine, like literally I don't even know. We have finally left Ukraine. We are now entering Romania. Yeah, so that stamp rather was for Ukraine stamp, and then now we are coming to Romania to also give us another stamp before we can leave the country and book our flight to Ghana. Oh my God, my back. If I reach Ghana, I need some massage and things. If I reach Ghana, I need massage, serious one. Hey! Oh God. Oh Jesus. And this place is so calm. It's better than that hell we went through. Hey! Oh, you guys, just when I thought we have visa, we don't have visa. The man is actually that's why it's our visa. Sorry. You guys, so we have entered Romania. You just came. How are you?
I thought we are lost. Some people, they said they wanted us to their house. They were just giving us food.
It's not a joke. They gave us Let me show you guys the food they gave us.
My own dear, I can't even. I wanted to throw it.
You guys,
They said they are nine in their house. They will take us to their. Oh my God, it's not even nice.
you know at the point I was scared. I thought maybe they wanted to kill us or something. Because it was too much. They were so nice. When we entered Romania, we had people welcoming us. Welcome. They gave us water, juice, biscuits, bread and egg. Bread with cheese. Show them. Bread with cheese.
It's actually nice. It's nice.
They say it's nice. Actually, and then the tea, hot tea. And then croissant. I took like plenty. It's not even a joke. I've stuck my bag. And then biscuits. Like they give us a lot of things. Some I couldn't take. I just had to leave it on the floor.
I'm going to let my friend let us.
No, but do you think I was hearing others saying that this is not how they are normal? It's because of the war. That's why they are treating us nice.
But they are nice.
Yeah, but right now what we see in Romania, oh my God, they are so nice. They are so nice, yeah. So we are waiting for a bus, and I don't know who gave us this car, but some people came earlier, so they were in the car, and then they came out, and then we those who worked in the cold, we are now in the car taking some hot air. Then we'll go out, and then those who come there they'll come and yeah, you see I'm in the car, but I'm so shaking. This cold here, it has really hurt us. Jessica is cold. Then where are we going now? Right now we are waiting for the big bus that will take us to, I don't know if it's a hotel or something. Who are the rest? Your friends? Oh, you guys? Yeah.
Just look.
I don't even know. So the bus has started moving. We are going to the hotel. My head is aching. You said the bus is free. What of the hostel?
So what you see here, ladies and gentlemen, is, you know, young people that had to walk from Ukraine to Romania in order to go across the border in order to get out of Ukraine. Now, I don't know how many more, African American people are stuck out there, and I don't know, everybody's situation, but one thing that I do know is that it's just a shame that we have to go through this at this point in time, at this stage of life. This should be something, I mean, it's not like it's something that's new, because this is something that's been going on for a long time. But in these kind of situations, it's amazing how things come into the light. Just like the pandemic, it showed us how nasty people were, and how we have to be careful of people that get on the bus and blow their nose and put their hands on things. We just have to be more conscious, and I guess that's what this life right now that we're living is teaching us. And so it's unfortunate that those kind of situations is happening. I want to play something else for you, the downside of this situation, and what actually really happened at the border. Let's go to MSNBC to check that out. Alright, so I'm not going to play everything, but I'll play some of it. Alright?
They're not letting her go. Is it right? Is it right? They're not letting the black girl go. 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 They're not letting.
So many of us have.
Okay, so I'm not going to play the ladies talking, but you just saw that, right? That was just a situation where, where they were actually getting pushed back and told that they cannot board this bus. I mean the train. Now it says here Ukrainian was home to over 76,000. Let's go back to that again, because that was just amazing. Let's take a look at the stats. Okay, Ukraine was home to over 76,000 foreign students, according to government data from 2020. Nearly a quarter of the students were from Africa, with the largest numbers coming from Nigeria, Morocco, and Egypt. India easily accounts for the highest portion, with over Let's see what that says there. Yes, Barb, yes, it is so much distress in the world. It's a lot. It is totally a lot. So they say it's 20,000 Indian students over there as well. So, you know, I don't know. Do you think that they should fight? You know, do you think that's, you know, because that's what it sounds like to me. They feel like the women can go, but the men should stay and fight. Now, if you were living in Ukraine for 9 years, and you were told to fight, would you stay there? Would you actually fight for that country, or would you just be like, no, I'm not fighting for this country, I'm breaking out, I'm out of here? What would you do? Let's just continue. Let's just take a look a little bit more deeper in what's going on.
To the BBC, with nearly a quarter of them from Africa and more than 20,000 from India.
Okay, I want to get to this part. Here we go.
Safety only to be caught in the grips of racism.
We still have people trapped, like in Sumy in Ukraine. There are students, thousands of them trapped because the bridges have been destroyed by bombs and everything, so they can't move. They are trapped there. No more food, no more water. So how are they going to feed? How are they going to survive?
Absolutely devastating. Joining me now is Kimberly.
Yes. So I'm not going to play all of that because a copyright, I just don't want to play it all, but I do want to play what they're actually saying about their experience in Africa, which is kind of mind-boggling to even talk about, because you know this is, like I said, the country that we're probably going to be fighting for.
The first experience I witnessed was in Kyiv Station, which is called Vokzalna. They told us it's only for women and children to get in first before the men. But we told them, you were pushing African women out of the train, and you were also pushing South Asian women. What do you mean by women and children? Do you mean that those women are not qualified to get into the train? So we started protesting about that. We started shouting that you're not letting the black women get in. And they told us that another train is going to come, that the next train that comes, we allow them to get in. So we said, okay. The next train came again, and they started doing the same thing. We have to block the road to the door, and started shouting before they allowed the African women. Then there was a train that came again. The train was going to Warsaw. I and my friends get in. They called the police on us and told us to get out of the train. And we asked them why. They said the train is mostly for Ukrainians. Okay, when we got down, we didn't see them checking passport, because we know there are some black people with Ukraine passport. They were selecting only white people. They were not checking passport. Then we started protesting again. Finally, we got the train in the night and got to a city that has border with Poland, which is called Lviv. Then in the Lviv, most of the trains are going to Poland. They refused the African women again, and there were several African women, pregnant African women, those with children. They were telling us that this is mostly for Ukraine, and we said no, these women must move because they cannot be in this cold. We struggled for hours before they could allow these women to go. Now, we men knew that we cannot get into the train. We trekked to the border. We trekked for more than half a day to the border. When we got to the border, there was a barricade 30 minutes to the border. They separated us. They separated us. They said the white people should go to the other side, then the non-white people should go to the other side. So many people have slept there for 3 days, 2 days. They were allowing only white people. They will allow like 100 white people, and they allow like 2 black people or non-Asians. We started shouting and protesting. We protested for 3 days before they could allow us to move. And we asked them why. They said the train women, those with children, the white people should go to the other side, then the non-white people should go to the other side. So many people have slept there for 3 days, 2 days. They were allowing only white people. They will allow like 100 white people, and they allow like 2 black people or non-Asians. We started shouting and protesting. We protested for 3 days before they could allow us to move. They didn't allow us to move. We pushed in and protested. We have to push through. Then one of the soldiers popped a gun. That was in the morning, and told us that if we break the barricade, that he's going to shoot us. We told him that we are students. We are not illegal immigrants. We pay our school fees. We have our resident card. You have to allow us to move. They didn't care. One of them got into a bus that was parked there. He drove back and was coming down with speed. He wanted to run into us. We didn't budge. We raised our hands up and started shouting that if they kill us here, they would never go free. Then one of them called for backup, which is the police. The police came and cocked gun again in front of us and was insulting us, telling us that we have to stay here. We told them, no, we cannot stay here. We have been here and you've been moving the white people away. What do you mean that we have to stay here? That was how we protested before we broke the barricade. Then we got to the border. That was the second discrimination among us. When we got to the border, they told us that the border was closed. We said, okay. We saw people that have slept there for 3 days. That's the border. It's not even the other place that we passed. And we asked them why. They said they have been passing white people. They are not allowing them. Then we said, okay, let's wait. In the morning before 12, a man on black came and told us, if you are Indian, African, or Arab, leave this place and go to Romanian border. We told them, no, we cannot anymore. We've threatened for many days. We cannot go back. They say we have to go back. We told them we can't go back. Why are you telling us that? Why you were pushing? We were passing other Europeans that are white. You didn't even ask for passport. If you meant Indians and Africans, then check our passport. At the end of everything, they went back and negotiated and came back again and told us only women and children, which is when they started allowing women and children. They didn't discriminate about. They allow only women and children of all races. But that was when we protested against all these things.
Alexander, I want to say I'm so happy.
Right. Okay. So there you have it. I mean, it's definitely, you know, a big problem, and you know, it's something that, you know, we have to, you know, look at as a people. You know, I'm not going to put any more up. I'm not going to have them conversate anymore. Let's just have a conversation about it. What do you feel about it? How do you feel about the treatment of, you know, the black people? You know, again, if we were there, you know, African American people, not the immigrants like people from Congo and all of that stuff, you know, would we be in that same kind of fight? What would we do in that kind of situation? You know, I don't know. I believe that once, to me, if I think that if I was in a country that was about to go to war, I think I would be on my way back home. I would be on my way back home on the fastest flight that I can get on. Now the problem is, are those flights packed? You know, is there a problem with those flights? You know, that could be another situation that's going on. So, and you know, so it's just a lot. You know, and I just feel for, you know, these young people, you know, that are going through that and trying to, you know, make it out of there in a safe way. So I kind of feel for them. So I wish them the best, man. I wish that they get to where they need to go, because it's a rough world out there, you know. All right, so listen, what I'm going to do, right, for you guys, something a little bit special, is that you know, we're going to talk about New York City, and we're going to talk about what's going on with them. But before we get into all of that, you know, we want to get into some music. And I'm sure you haven't heard this girl in a long time, and you know, let's see if you know, you can feel her energy. All right, this is Naya Nicole, Like This.
We gon' do it like this, like this. Do it like this, like this. I'm gonna do it like this, like this. Do it like this, like this. Yeah. Relationships coming, I gotta watch out. To see if they plotting, to see if they want it, I gotta watch out. Getting old. she doing. I'm assuming she know what she doing. So drunk, a friend had to call her Uber, but at the same time, dude tryna scoop her. Nah, he don't really wanna scoop her. Get the gist of what I'm saying, try to use her. Get the gist of what I'm saying, try to use her. Watch out for the people tryna use ya. Watch out, gotta watch out. Watch out, gotta watch out. Watch out. Y'all boys wanna act up and act up and try to snatch us up. Oh no, I had to pull up, snatch y'all night to pull up. Wanna do it like that, like this, like this. Do it like that, like this, like this. Do it like that, like this, do it like that, like this. Yeah. Hold up, wait a minute. Don't judge me if I'm being skeptical. I just wanna know, yeah, your intentions. Cause I gotta know, yeah. Is it wrong for me to think about my feelings? Is it wrong for me to tell you how I'm feeling? I'd rather keep it 100 and you do the same. Cause honestly, I ain't got no time for pain. I ain't got no time for games. Too busy doing me, living life to the fullest. Cause I'm on my way. Ain't no peace to me, hit it then on to the next one. You bugging if you think that you gon' get some. You bugging if you think that I'm the next one. If I'm the next one. You bugging if you think that you gon' get some. You bugging if you think that I'm the next one. If I'm the next one. You got the wrong one. Y'all boys wanna act up and try to snatch us up. Oh no, I had to pull up, snatch y'all night to pull up. Wanna do it like that, like this, like this. Do it like that, like this, like this. Do it like that, like this, do it like that, like this. Yeah. Y'all boys wanna act up and try to snatch us up. Oh no, I had to pull up, snatch y'all night to pull up. Wanna do it like that, like this, like this. Do it like that, like this, like this. Do it like that, like this. Do it like that, like this. Yeah. You got the wrong one. The wrong one. Had to pull up on him. Yeah. Wrong one.
All right, y'all, listen. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Yeah, so let's go to the chat. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see what people are saying. I asked the question, what do you feel about the situation that's going on over there in Ukraine with black people, Africans trying to get over and they can't get over? What is your feelings? You can call in and talk about it and speak about it and speak your piece right now. 917-936-1004. If you want to call in, if you have something to say about the situation. Barb says there's so much distress in the world. Yes, it is, very much so. And it's not that many good things happening. There's a whole lot of bad things happening. But hey, listen, we talk about it. We're not going to dwell on it. My show is only a little, an hour and a half, and then we'll be back to life again. I mean, not to life, but just be on another mission. But just wanted to have that conversation. How you doing, Zamila? Blessings to you. Zamila says, hey, those people were from Africa, not U.S. Racism is everywhere. Okay. Yeah, well, they're from Africa, not from the U.S. Yeah, well, that's probably what it is, right? It's probably maybe because they're not United States American citizens, you're saying, and that's the reason why they're not being let through. If they were black Americans, then they probably would be let through. I don't know. That could be possible. That's a good comment. Zamila also says, do you think that same thing would not happen here in the USA? I think it would, but I don't. in a way, you know, it's a possibility. That's a good comment too as well. You know, can it happen here in the USA? I don't know. I really don't know. If we had to evacuate, would they only allow white people in? I don't know if black people would allow that though. There would be a lot of fights. I don't think that. I think that black people would probably take it over. Tell you honestly. You know, I think black people will come. You know, if it's about life and death, I think they'll probably kick all the white people off and take the bus. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Beverly says it was horrible, and it was a horrible and sad situation. Definitely, definitely a bad situation. And hey, Bev, U.S. would do the same to our black brothers and sisters here. But there we go again. I'm saying that, you know, I don't know if it would work over here, because those kids are really respectful. You know, and you know, I just think that over here, I think that it will probably be a little bit more crazier. Well, do you remember what happened during Katrina? Black left to die. Yeah, no, that definitely was a situation over there in Katrina. They definitely do that. Yeah, so I mean, when it comes down to not like rescuing, yeah, they're probably, yeah. Great point, Zamila. Great point. Yeah. Zamila says blacks could not take over white-run military. Whites run the military. Yeah, yeah. No, that is a fact, and you know, that is definitely a point. You know, racism unfortunately will always be here, and you know, we'll always have to deal with this thing here, because there's just too many people that, you know, are stuck in their ways and they don't want to change. So the only thing we can do is change ourselves, and keep trying to, you know, make it better for ourselves and for our families, and try to do better, you know, successfully. Yeah, there's going to be obstacles, you know, as you go into the business world, but that's why you have to we have to learn how to be bosses instead of being workers. You know, that is very, very important, that we learn how to be bosses, opening up some kind of a business and working from there and trying to build from there. You know, a lot of you young people was out there selling drugs. You know, one thing that the selling of drugs gives you is a strong backbone and a very good skill of counting money. Now, you don't go in depth into counting money like a accountant would, but you know, you know the basics on how to save, how to turn over, how to re-up, get more stuff. Yeah, but the thing is, everybody can't be a boss, but we really need to work towards it. Because if you don't work towards try to be a boss, then you're always going to be a worker. And a lot of times people work at jobs for 20-something, 25 years, and the only thing they get is a little radio after doing 25 years. And you know, then they have, you know, and then probably they're sick. You know, you can't retire. You have to get your money, your pension over, what is 62 years old, 61. That's when you can receive those monies. I mean, you want to wait until you're 61 years old to start having a good life, or do you want to start having a good life now? So that's why I'm saying that we should try to become bosses, because you know, every day you go in to work for somebody and come out, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking that. People do work, you know, some people, that's all they can do, you know, but hopefully we can inspire people to really, so we don't have to say that that's all that some people can do. Like, it shouldn't even be like that. Like, everybody should be trying to do it, you know. even the ones that can't or think they can't do it, you know. I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. I don't know, that's what I feel about it. You know, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about it? All right. Stay with me, y'all. Okay. All right. Just wanted to set a mode while I was talking and conversating. So once again, like I said, you know, we're always going to deal with racism. It's going to always be here, and I think it's like my generation, the people that are in my age level, we fought a portion of the fight. Now it's the young people to come. We hand the torch over to the young person so that it can continue, you know. But who do we hand the torch over to? You know, do we hand it over to, I mean, most of our men are getting locked up. You know, we still have a lot of black men that are caught up in systemic racism. And one of the things that is a problem that I wish we would have a conversation is, you know, about is this child support situation. Okay, this child support situation, whether people know it or not, is destroying our black men. Right? So yeah, people make mistakes. If you've done something and you've made a mistake, right? And you've made a mistake, or you made the wrong choices. Alexa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there you go, Alexa. Okay, all right. So I hope I didn't lose what I was actually saying in my mind. You know, like I said, and the top of everything, you know, I know everyone can't be a boss, but hopefully we can help people. You know, people that like think like that, like I can't be a boss, I can't do it. You know. And it can start like as small as going to buy something from a wholesaler, and you know, and then you know, selling that. But what I was actually talking about now, I remember, was the child support situation. Now I go back to that. Now there is a lot of racism going on when it comes down to that. Yeah, some men have really made a mistake. You know, the men that actually have kids, right, and they don't reach out to them, and they know they have kids, and they haven't been on any drugs. You know, they haven't made a mistake and went to jail and done, you know, a large amount of time, maybe 15 something years, you know. But the men that actually just leave, right, have sex with somebody and just leaves their person, the person they're with, don't call them, don't communicate with them, don't communicate with the kid, that is what I call a deadbeat daddy, a deadbeat father. You know, if you're not trying to make an effort to be in your kid's life, you know. But in this country, we do not give people a second chance. We do not give people a second chance. And the reason why we are not going to grow as a people, and you won't see a lot of these men coming up, because they already have these stigmas, not stigmas, or you know, these stamps. You're a deadbeat, you owe child support. We're gonna take your license. We're gonna take your passport. Any money you have, you working, we're gonna take a portion of that. We don't care if you don't have enough money for your rent. We're gonna take your money, right? We're still gonna take a large amount. Yeah, I get a downward modification, and they take a little pinch off, and it still is, kind of affects the person, trying to live. If a person's trying to get a license, how, to start a business, why are you not allowing them to get a license when that license can help them to make money to pay the situation, help pay it back? But there's some amounts of money that's so high that it's like, it's so high, there's no way you can fathom in your mind and say that that person's going to be able to pay that back. So now you got a burden on a person. Now you got stress on a person. Now that person has anger, right? And this person's going out in the street and now they're selling drugs. Or they're doing this because they feel like they there's no hope. I can't do it. The rent's too high. They're taking money out. And God bless the people, the men that have the big jobs with the big money, and but the more money you make, the more money they take. I don't know. This is a conversation that we need to have, and for any man that's out there that's dealing with a child support situation, and you've made a mistake, you've been on drugs, or you got locked up, and you had to do maybe 10, 15 years, and you've come out and you've turned your life around, and now you're trying to make things work, but you still have this stigma on you. Please email me. Email me. The information is right there, modevtip@yahoo.com. Email me, and let's come together, because we can only do it in numbers. We can only make an impact with numbers. Again, this is for the men that's out there, or women that's out there, right? Because I'm pretty sure that there's some women out there that have to pay child support. And again, this is for the ones that have been through something, right? They've been through something and they've come out of it only to have this big, large amount of money, stigma over top of their head. How do you even try to build when you have this big weight on your shoulders? That's like, when people have they go to college and they owe all this money, and they got to pay all this money back, and they got it all on their shoulders, so they got to carry that. But they still have the capabilities of, and then when they get a job, it's just not enough. They got to pay, Come on. Let's get it right, man. Let's get it right, man. Let's see what you guys got to say out there, man. Okay, so Zamila says, if everyone is a boss, who's going to be the workers? Okay, so, right, so now here's the situation. So, like, in this country, we were brought here, right, as slaves, and we were made to till the land. Made to till the land. We didn't get paid for it. We were made to till the land, the slaves, right? But we were immigrants that came over, right? So here we are, we got all these immigrants from other countries that's coming over here, right? And, they, Mexicans, Ukrainians, Indians, Africans, we need to get them, hire them, and turn things around. You know what I'm saying? So now we become bosses and they become the workers. Right? And then you, as a boss, will grow and flourish. Let's go see what else is being said here. Jamila says, men and women should be held accountable for making a baby. No excuse. Yes, they should be held accountable for making a baby. But when people go through things in their life, I just personally think, and like I said, this is just my opinion. You're free to have your opinion because, you know, that's the way the world is. Now, when we say make them accountable, does that mean take their license from them? Does that mean, you know, take X amount of dollars from them and make it harder for them to get up there if they've made a mistake? Okay, let's look at it. People that have made a mistake, been through drugs, or got locked up, made the wrong decision and messed up their life, and then there's that man or woman that just doesn't care and walks away, knowing that they do have a kid, but they just don't care. They have another life. That's what I'm talking about. You know. So Beverly says, but child support is based on their income, right? Yeah, it's based on their income. It's based on their income, and I think it's like 17%. You know, but at the same time, it could be very pricey coming out of your check, especially when you have, you know, other things. If you don't have a significant other with you to fall back on when you can't pay a bill, it can be a little bit difficult even now, being that things are expensive. You know, what does that person do? You know, but you still got to pay. They're still going to take that money out. But how do you survive, and how are you going to live? You know, you're working, they're taking X amount of dollars. You only have enough to pay rent, right? Then what are you going to do about food and clothing and stuff like that? Now remember, like I said, people that have made a mistake in their life, right, compared to people that are deadbeat parents. Let's look at the difference. This is what I'm talking about. That's the difference. Can somebody talk about that? Help me with that? Yes, they do. Yes, they do pay child support. Yes, they do. Yeah, no, yeah. College, yeah, that situation with the college money and stuff like that. You know, here it is. You know, you have a young person trying to excel. Then you have people that got money that are able to pay off the college loans because they have money. But what about the poor people that don't have the money to actually pay that off, or have that rich family to actually put money towards that loan that you've already, you know, borrowed? You know, so yeah, so that's definitely another issue. Samila says birth control condoms, no excuse. Yeah, no, I get it. Birth control condoms, no excuse. Now, you know, there are sometimes we can be very harsh on people. Okay? And sometimes we have to really sit back and like look at, are we really being harsh on people? You know, how many times have you used birth control or people have used birth control and it didn't work and somebody got pregnant? How many times did somebody use a condom and the condom broke? You know, and then we say no excuse. That's like, you know, you do no excuse. But are we really, what are we talking about? Let's you know, and this is like a lot of this is important because this is where the fight comes between men and women. Because here, that's the problem. Like, there's so many women take up arms. That's the first, when you talk about child support or anything like that, they take up arms. They're ready to get the Me Too, the He Too, the She Too movement, Black Lives, Black Women Matters, NRA, the NCA, the NAACP. They're ready to call everybody, and now everybody's jumping on people's backs. But in order for us to grow as a people, we have to find a way to come together and fight some of these laws and help some of these good men that have made a mistake in their life, help them to get to the next level. You know? So, yeah. Yeah. Zamila says birth control is 99%. Birth control. Zamila, have you ever took birth control before? Do you know anything about birth control? I know we're switching topics. We were on the topics of New York City, and we're switching. But we were gonna, after I get an answer from Zamila, we're gonna get back to the topic of New York City. But women, you say that birth control is 99%, but what does birth control do to, what does some of the after effects that happen when you take birth control? Don't worry, I'll wait. Does using birth controls have side effects? Okay, so some of the side effects of birth controls, if I'm not mistaken, is you can gain weight. If I'm not mistaken, can you get blood clots too as well? Then you have to, you know, take your pills on a regular basis. You know. Right, but if taken properly and if there's a side effect, isn't there some kind of, have you ever taken, okay, see this is what the situation is. Like, have you ever taken birth control before? Okay, that's the question. Because if you have not experienced birth control, then you can't talk about it. You're only talking as a you know, physician or someone behind, you know, the thing there. Yeah. Yeah. Do you take birth controls with your boyfriend when you're having sex? Does he use a condom? Huh? Zamila? I don't mean to get personal, but I'm just trying to keep it real. Do you have that situation? Do you go through that? The pill is not the only birth control. Yeah, it's cool. You know, like I said, everybody has their own perspective of it. We're not really talking about the birth controls. We're talking about child support. But I get what you're talking about. You know, it's understandable. Yeah, so let's get into the other conversation of New York City and what's going on. If you still have some comments or you want to call in and talk about the Russia issue or talk about the birth control issue, okay, well that's good. I'm glad to hear that you you know, you're using that protection. You know, a lot of people, some people are allergic to condoms. Some men are allergic to them. Some women are allergic to condoms. You know, there's certain things that happen and occur. So, you know, but listen, let's get back to. I don't want to, you know, stay too long on that. Let's get back to what we're actually talking about at hand, and that is this serious situation of New York City. All right. And so what I'm going to do is, after I shut this nice little background music off, because it really is not bad, we're gonna get into something, and I think I'm gonna have to share my screen with you guys this time. We're gonna talk about New York City. Escape from New York City. Yes, we are. Escape from New York City. Okay. Welcome to Chinatown. All right. So we're going to talk Escape New York City. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. All right. So listen. While I'm talking about New York City, let me just, yeah, there we go. This way, when I'm talking to you about it, we can actually, have our little tour at the same time. All right? And let me turn that down. And, New York City is a beautiful place, right? And, matter of fact, I can actually turn it up. Matter of fact, no, yeah, let me turn it up a little bit. Let me see what's going on. Very, very interesting. Selling all kinds of vegetables. Okay, so let me just give you a small example of what I'm talking about. All right, small example. New York, as you see, it looks like it's back to normal. Looks like everybody is, moving around. Stores all over the place. Things are happening. Things are popping. This is the New York vibe. It looks like everything is back to normal. But it really isn't. I think that a lot of these organizations companies are so desperate to open back up again that we're losing the quality of a lot of stuff. This is a Buddhist temple in Manhattan. I don't know if I can get a picture inside. They had some things going on inside. I didn't want to disrespect them with the camera, so I kind of kept it away. So this is Chinatown. One thing that I noticed, that in this pandemic, Chinatown always stays, busy. But I mean, there are some places that have closed down in Chinatown, but it's not the same. Beautiful buildings. There's always a beautiful building. Beautiful buildings, especially handmade buildings, weird structures, all that good stuff. This is the Brooklyn Bridge. So just to go through New York and actually see, stores are trying to come back. Now let me just say this to you. New York is getting very dangerous, right? New York is getting very, very dangerous. And I'm going to tell you why. Tell you why. You know, if you look like you are, it's to the point, if you look like you can be robbed, you will be robbed. Okay? Right. Okay, so yeah, so again, you know, Manhattan has definitely changed. You know, people are out, but again, it's very, very, very dangerous. Like if you take the trains on a regular basis, if you take the trains, like I'm pretty sure that there's like a group of people that are actually scheming, like, okay, let's go on the train and rob somebody and get some money. They call it getting a lick. And if you're not conscious of your surroundings, or if you don't stand in places where you if you don't stand in places where there's people, there's transit workers and stuff like that, you can definitely get caught out there, you know, and either be robbed or attacked. Even though they have implemented the police down there to actually stop the violence, it hasn't really stopped the violence. It may, you know, they took the homeless people out of the trains. That's one thing, right? And then you had some people that were crazy, and you know, they were walking around talking to themselves, and those were some of the people that were pushing people, right? But then you have those people that commute, and then you get into an argument. Some people argue about, well, why are you using your mask on, or you know, whatever the argument is, or why are you laying across the, you know, people just don't know how to let things go, and so that's how situations happen, and people are already upset, you know, so you just putting fire to the flame, fuel to the flame. Now in New York City, there's two different kinds of people, right? You have the ones that are working, and then you have the ones that are unemployed, right? Now the ones that are working, right, they have their nose up. They're, you know, they got their check coming in, you know. Then you have the ones that aren't working, and they are starving, don't have this or don't have that, and then they're preying on people like the people that work. Or they get into an argument with someone on the train that has that mentality of looking down on somebody, and then they get into an argument with somebody that is already down. And so now you have put fuel, not even just fuel, gasoline to a fire. And so what do you expect? Right? What do you expect? You know, I've had some situations recently where some Caucasian people have made comments to me, and I'm like, okay, well, wow, this is one of the reasons why they're getting attacked, because they're starting to make comments, and they're, you know, acting like they're the 1%, you know, and that could be a difficult situation to deal with. So, you know, this is beautiful. Manhattan is a beautiful area. They've got a lot of nice things to look, nice apartments, some low-income housing, stuff like that. This area over here is really not bad at all. This is over near Alphabet City, a little bit richer area. People, they got money. Some people don't. Some people do. And that's what kind of area this is. Every place has these bike stops, so that's another thing that's kind of that's cool. I think I'm making a U-turn, going in another direction, but this is one way you can get around New York City on the bike. Now over here is the actual. These are like projects, man. These are all projects. What happened? Did we lose it? We must have. Let's see what happened. That was the projects. Okay. I don't know what happened. Maybe I lost it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyway. Maybe it'll come back on again. I don't see it. I don't see it changing up. Alright, listen, well, let's keep talking. Let me just continue talking. I don't know whether it's going to come back up again or not. But I'm just going to say this, is that, there's a lot of people that's moving out of New York City right now. A lot of people moving out of New York. A lot of people can't handle what's going on. Everything is expensive. Everything is expensive. So, we all have to be prepared for that, and just know that we're definitely on our way to having a situation. Anyway, listen, just to break the monotony, y'all, you already know what it is. This is like it really is, and we always tell it like it really is. We don't hold nothing back. We in the building. And on that note, my good friend Little Legend is going to come out and do some things for you. So check him out.
Carry beats. Little Legend. Let me kill this real quick. Notice this, what is this? It's like I'm on another level that for many other people just don't exist. Me and doubt don't coexist. I'ma murder this beat just by the way that you see I'm approaching this. I ain't got nothing to hide, you can just tell by the way of my openness. Right move make us go left, so the next move so unexpected. Smart moves, never unprotected. I ain't really one for one to really mess with. I'm the type of dude to kill these rappers, then say I'm sorry like I really meant it. They the type of dude to do nothing, then criticize what I invented. Don't be mad at me, you gon' regret coming after me. No matter what matters be, you will see I'm living lavishly. This what it had to be, this what you had to see. Got people backing me, ain't no one passing me. People try to stay behind me, so I always keep the back up. Strong with emotions, so you know that I'ma act up. Smart with emotions, so you know that I'ma stack up. All about devotion, if you ain't with it, better pack up. You ain't really with the squad, you ain't really with the team. At the red you wanna stop, we colorblind seeing green. Yeah, you know it's in the mob, every time we on the scene. Determination from my moms, you know I got it in my jeans. We just steady go, like that's all we know. And our rookie year so professional. We keep going in so exceptional. You so unaware, we the next to blow. Yeah, I be double timing with the perfect timing. People think they shining when they only miming. I be really shining, then it's really blinding. Oh, yeah, wanna see it again, you wanna be rewinding. Oh, yeah, I'm steady climbing, rivals declining. I ain't never stopping, and when I get to the top, I'm running like I'm at the bottom. To all of these haters that ain't wanna give a shot, you'll see me turn into a problem. To all of them dudes being sneaky wanna plot, I'm watching, I already spot them. This ain't nothing new. Do you see how I rock? I'm glistening like I'm a diamond. I want more than a couple of thousand. I want more than a couple of thousand. So many thoughts and emotions, I'm just going with the motions. I want more than a couple of thousand. I want more than a couple of thousand. So many thoughts and emotions, I'm just going with the motion.
right. Bless up for my brother. Yes, bless up. Oh, we got a request for eggplant. Chef Mo, how do you fix eggplant? Okay, all right. Let me tell you how to fix eggplant. So, first of all, what you got to do is you got to make sure that you get a firm eggplant, right? With the smooth, shiny skin, no nicks, right? Now, this is how I make sauteed eggplant, because I don't like to boil my food, stuff like that. Some people boil it, it takes out a lot of the flavor of the eggplant. So what you have to do is make sure that it's firm one, make sure it's smooth and shiny, skin has no nicks on it, right? Cook it as soon as you can, as fast as you can, for flavor, and then you take some garlic powder, right? Sauteed eggplant with garlic brings out natural flavors in vegetable, and you can also use fresh minced garlic too as well. But you also want to add it in later, to avoid burning or anything like that, because sometimes when you saute your eggplant and you put the fresh minced garlic, it kind of burns. So you kind of want to wait till later on and then put it on. And then make sure you turn down the fire, and but also use some garlic powder and stuff like that. Also you can blend your garlic and keep it in a bottle, and kind of have it minced. So after that, you'll get some like sea salt or some black pepper, and you sprinkle it over it. Put it in your frying pan, your saute pan, and get some olive oil, and you saute it, make it nice and brown on both sides, and hey, that's it. You can slice it up, cut it in strips, cubes, whatever you want to do, and that's how you make eggplant. Okay. And you can also, in the faster methods, you can caramelize the edges, so you make sure that they're nice and brown, so that's one of the key things, is like caramelizing. I don't know if you know how to caramelize. Caramelizing is like when you take your ingredients, and you can also use a lot of times some people use sugar and oil. Sugar and oil, you can put it in your frying pan and let it get a little brown, and that can also caramelize your eggplant too as well. So there's it's all different kinds of ways to do it. Well, yeah, that's your eggplant. All right, next one. Thank you. Yes, please hit the like button, smash that like button for us. We appreciate it. Samila says, Mo, is it safe for me to visit New York City this summer? Well, it'll be safe if you should be safe, as long as you just mind your business, and you just just go about your business, just stay aware of what's going on around you. When people, come at you, don't get scared. Some people will approach you. Don't get scared. Just keep going. Just keep walking. Some people get nervous, and then when they see you nervous, and then that's when they'll continue messing with you. No, you shouldn't be. You definitely shouldn't be scared to come out here. Yes. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, so it's when you go into, the thing is that you got to watch around you, watch out what's going on around you. That's the most important thing, is to watch out what's going on around your area, because anything can happen at any time, and being that you're not focused, you can catch a problem. So when I say focus, that means not just focusing on what's happening right in your vicinity, but also be able to look around on the outside and see what's going on around you, across the street, behind you, stuff like that. Keep your ears open. If you hear somebody yelling, screaming, whatever, stay focused. It's the ones that are not focused that gets caught out there. Or if you're right in the middle of the situation, and you can't run, that's how you get caught out there. But we hope that, I'm not trying to discourage anybody to come to New York City, but a lot of people are moving out of New York City. A lot of Caucasian people are moving out of New York City because it's going back to the way it used to be. And I don't know if a lot of you don't remember how New York used to be back in the days. New York City, if you was Caucasian, you was not going to be walking around the streets because people was robbing them, and it was terrible. But what happened over the years, things had got better, and people started to, Caucasians started to migrate into the Bronx, migrate more into Manhattan. They started coming out a little more, jogging in the nighttime without nobody around. Just that, just feeling like, oh, they don't have nothing to worry about. Even till this day in Central Park, people jog around in the middle of the night by themselves, even though there's been a history of rapes and all this kind of stuff inside the park. And I never understand that. So, I don't know, it's just a very weird vibe. Very weird vibe. But this weekend I'm going to be doing some things. I have some things planned. I have some money I have to be making this weekend. I'm very happy about that. Things are going to be pushing that, so I'm just psyched about that. Oh, you want to visit Times Square? Okay, that's nice. Your boyfriend, you bring your boyfriend, y'all going to come out here, get yourself a hotel. If y'all want to get a hotel out, I'll let you know of some good ones out here you can go to. And, if y'all come out here, I'll help you. I'll give you a little tour if you want. If you guys want to rent a bike, I can show you some places, and y'all can ride. Okay? Yes. Thank you so much, Beverly, for the support and the help. All right, y'all, listen, nobody has questions, nobody calling in, nobody has anything to say about any of these topics. You mean to tell me that you guys don't just sit back and think in your mind, what's going on, and, why are we going through it, or just wanting to have that conversation? Anyway, listen, it's a beautiful thing anyway. Listen, I appreciate you guys for showing up, and even in the midst of, issues that I'm going through, I appeared for you guys. Ernest, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Blessings over there on Facebook. Blessings to you. I'm gonna give a shout out to Amelia Hall. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. Rakia Harry, thank you for joining up with us. Who else we got here? Yeah, we got a lot of people. Jody, how you doing? Blessings to you all. Yeah, so that's it, y'all. That's it. That's the story. That's all she wrote. I think I got everybody. I think everybody came in and did their thing musically, and I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you for tuning in to the show, and remember, just be grateful for everything that you have, because it is a blessing. It is a blessing. And stay focused on what you have to do on your dreams and your goals, and don't let anyone hinder you from anything that you're trying to do. It's important. It's mandatory. All right, so just be grateful for everything. Thank you, Bev, for coming through. Zamela, thank you for coming through. Nita, thank you for stopping in. Barb, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And I thank you for all of your support. Anybody that's in the background, listen, this channel is just a little bit different. We're not just like every other channel. We sit here and we have a conversation about, you know, topics and that we're going through, real situations that are occurring in our communities. You know, we tell it like it really is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Y'all come on up and you know, I'll show you guys around, show you some Caribbean restaurants, and you know, whatever you want to see, whatever you put on your agenda that you want to see, a bucket list, then I'll bring you there. If you want to go into the hood and you want to feel like you've been there and you want to be, you know, just get that little experience, I'll bring you there. You know, you don't have to worry when you're with me. All right, y'all, listen, everybody be grateful, be thankful for everything that you got, and you know, we care about you here at this channel, and if you can just subscribe to our channel, we appreciate it. The love is always going to be here. Sorry for the mishap earlier. We'll work it out. Have a great day, and remember, just be thankful and grateful for everything that you have. This is Maurice, and I am your host, Like It Really Is. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening.
Salute, kids. Always. Always thankful and grateful. And stay blessed. You heard? So blessed. So are you. Yeah. I love myself. I love my life. I love my kids. I love my wife. I'm positive, I try to do what's right. I respect darkness, but rather live in light. Yo, I love my fam, I love my mom, I love my community. I love God, I love unity. He died for you and me. I'll always be thankful and grateful. Wouldn't you be?